Good morning. I am Delegate Katrina Callsen. I represent our 54th district, which is right here in beautiful Charlottesville. I am appalled that I have to say this because it goes without saying. No one should have to go bankrupt because they can't afford health care. No one should ever be forced to choose between seeking medical care they need and putting food on their table or paying their rent. Healthcare, I don't think, should be a partisan issue at all. We all want lower healthcare costs, and that is what Vice President Harris is fighting for. She is offering a new way forward where costs are lower for families like mine, and that includes healthcare costs, and where critical programs like the Affordable Care Act and Medicare are made stronger. Vice President Harris is fighting to make sure you don't have to make that choice. You don't have to choose between healthcare and food. She's already shown that leadership with historic legislation to lower our healthcare costs. And she said it on the debate stage. President Harris is working for all of us. Ex-President Trump, on the other hand, looks out for himself. Last week, he doubled down on his plans to drag us into the past, saying once again he is absolutely, his words, going to overturn the Affordable Care Act, which would mean higher healthcare costs for all of us. And it would also mean that more than 1 million Virginians would be in jeopardy of losing their health care coverage altogether. That is 1 million of our neighbors, our family members, and our friends. Trump admitted in front of anyone who was watching the debate, and we've all touched upon this, that he doesn't have a plan. He has a concept of a plan, and Will, I've seen you smiling in the background because what does that mean? What does it mean to have a concept of a plan? I can tell you, as a teacher, I could not walk into my classroom and say, today, I have a concept of a plan of what I'm going to teach you. As a lawyer, I cannot walk into the courtroom in front of a judge and say, I have a concept of a plan of the brief that you need. It is not appropriate for a candidate for the presidency to say he has a concept of a plan for healthcare. Concepts don't give insulin to diabetics. Concepts don't fill prescriptions for seniors. Concepts do not lower our medical health care costs. We cannot let Donald Trump have another chance, who's one vote away. We cannot let him have another chance to take health care away from 1 million Virginians and make good on his promise to terminate, again his words, terminate the Affordable Care Act. We have to work together to elect Kamala Harris and Governor Walz, who will lower health care costs and strengthen these critical services. Delegate Lawford pointed it out. Voting starts in 2 days. There is only one choice on the ballot that is actually going to improve our access to health care, and that's Kamala Harris. Thank you. With that, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, who I'm very excited to hear from. I love hearing from you, David and Amy, but I get to hear you guys a lot. And that is Mara Shapiro. She is a healthcare advocate and UVA student.